Hey everybody, Mike McWilliams, Upstairs to Rap Music. I was reading a very interesting article here from the Digital Music News talking about sound downloads. Like you would go, song downloads, like you would go to, why am I having a hard time saying that? Song downloads. Like you would go to iTunes and you'd spend 99 cents or whatever and you would download a song. And sound downloads, boy, man, I'm having a hard time today, tanked nearly 30% during the first half of 2018. Now going into 2019, sound downloads have tanked actually 37.4%, down to 223 million from 307 million during the same period. Separately, album downloads slipped 21.7% to 27.5 million units, down from the 35 million units the previous year, 2017. It's obvious that song downloads are going the way of the of the CD, because CDs actually also too the amount of CDs that are sold have dropped down a significant amount. However, streaming has gone up during the period, a 41.6% increase in 2018. So that's just a huge amount of streaming that's going on. Now, of course, CD sales have dropped precipitously. They're down to 41.3 million units. Vinyl has a small resurgence. Not really a significant amount of vinyl is sold. And it's also stored here that listed here that Apple actually might be dropping out of the download music service altogether. They're thinking about shutting down iTunes. So I find that very interesting. I bring all this up in order to say, the idea when I was younger, you went to a record store, you bought a 45, you bought an LP or what, an album, vinyl. And eventually later on, when I got into being a real producer, the format was changing over to CD. I remember the first CD player I saw at a music store in LA, they wanted $2,000 for that thing. And there were a lot of the CDs that you could play on it. It wasn't even recordable. It wasn't even a recordable CD. It was just a player for $2,000 when they first came out. Now they're practically giving them away. Most automobiles these days don't have a CD player. Most computers that you buy these days no longer have CD players. So that also is going away as a dinosaur. And got me thinking, the concept of selling music is kind of dead. There's a lot of guys here on YouTube that posted recently. I've been looking at some of their vlogs talking about, forget about selling music. And, I have to agree with them completely. The idea that you're going to create an album and you're going to go online to iTunes or something like that, and I don't care what kind of advertising you do for it, unless you're your major label, and as you can see, even the major labels are losing on it, so they're going to be getting rid of it. Your chances of selling that music are slim to nil. And I hate to put it to you that way, but it's just a fact. Also, revenue from streaming, I think I pointed out in a couple of vlogs that I've done so far, you have to do something like 2 million streams a month in order just to come up with minimum wage, which you would get if you worked a minimum wage job. Whereas opposed to, again, back around 2000 when things peaked, you could, if you had a hit song, even a hit song, if you had a song on a hit album, you could comfortably come up with a down payment for a house. So I hate to put this bad news out there, because it means that the way that I was used to doing things, the way that I grew up doing things, that's gone. But that's just the way things are. So if you're focusing on creating music to put it out there, to express your creativity, then I say more power to you. I've officially retired from producing albums. I don't do it anymore. I'm done. I'm not writing songs for albums. My primary work is writing music for TV commercials, and that's about it. I'm not going to be putting any albums out anymore. You won't see any Mike McWilliams. Asanoki was actually my last studio album, because it's just not worth it unless you're willing to go out there and really be your own manager, be your own promoter, be your own. There's all the things that you have to do yourself in order to get the slim chance of getting enough streaming done on your music that you can buy yourself a cup of coffee. And it's just not happening. I'm sorry again, like I said, for you guys out there who are watching this and it's a little heartbreaking, or you really are hating on it. I'm just, don't shoot the messengers. I'm just here to tell you the fact of the matter. And the facts is that the era of selling music is over. It's done with. And so there are, of course, other ways that I think that you can promote your music. You have to treat it just like you would merchandise. So t-shirts, live tours, trying to get people in to see you in a live facility is always good. It's always fun too. It's great to play in front of people, because you're not going to get, that feeling from somebody spinning your album, that you're going to get that same person using those same years to listen to you perform it live, and the feedback they're going to give you right there on the spot. So that's it tonight. I just wanted to throw that out there. Forget about selling your music. It's just not going. Realistically, if you're a brand new breaking independent act, it's just not going to happen for you. I'm sorry. I think I've mentioned this again in other vlogs before. It's just not going to happen. If you're doing it for artistic purposes, then okay, groovy. You got to do it. You have to express yourself. I can understand that. But just don't have dreams of buying yourself, a jet airplane, because it's not going to happen. Those days are over, and that's kind of sad. I'm sad about it. End of an era, a long era, possibly I would think about 100 years. However, don't let that deter you from being creative. Don't let that deter you from expressing yourself through your art form. Just be aware that you are not going to be able to make a living off of it anymore unless you go out there and change, the way that you do things, the way that you approach trying to make a living off of music. It's sad to say, it's over, it's done. The major labels are having a hard time these days. The amount of acts that they bring in are really just people that had a huge social media following already. The only thing that the label is added value the label is giving them is their distribution channels, and that's no guarantee of success either. And then when you sign a 360 deal, where you basically give up half your ticket sales, half your merch sales, anything that you do that's related to that music, or even yourself and promoting yourself to the label, you're going to see that that's not really going to be a great deal, especially after you take an advance from the label. You got to pay that back. It's just, I'm just telling you the way it is. So again, don't shoot the messenger. Leave your comments down below what you think about this situation. And I'll see you guys next time. You take care. Bye-bye.
Like the show? Well, show your support by subscribing and hitting the like button. See you later.